Okay, guys, let's keep it real. Now, I've had OLED, as you know. I've had about 10 of them, maybe more. I've had that many in LED as well. And I'm going to keep it real with you on the differences of each technology, okay? And I'm going to show you pictures to tell you which ones look better in which scene. The point of the matter is if you get a high-end TV that's an LED, and of course a high-end OLED, which is, I don't think they only make high-end OLEDs, is there's differences in both of them, and it's going to depend on you as the person, the consumer. For one, your pocketbook. For two, what do you like? What do you prefer? And I'm going to try to help you sort out things so when you're shopping for Christmas that you know which one to buy. This picture right here is obviously is catered towards an OLED TV. However, it does look spectacular on my Sony 950G 75-inch, as you could see. So, great picture here, as you could see. It's on the 950G. Is it black enough? Heck yeah, it's black enough. Look at it. And then what about the blooming? Well, here, let me put up something. You tell me how much blooming you got looking at that. There's the words right there on the black bars. They pop off. Let me put them back up for you. There you go. So, this is adequate enough for most. If you want to look in a dark room and the lights are off, everything's dark, this is where OLED would shine. Right here. The pitch black bars, the pitch black scenes, the star fields in the back, the whole 9 yards. Okay? This is where you're going to get the best picture for OLED. Second best, LED. Face tones. Let me brighten it up for you guys a little bit here. Face tones and detail. It'll darken up when the Outlander comes back up. Go to LED. Definitely the facial tones for the 950G is second to none. I haven't seen a better TV out there for face tones, facial features, freckles, lips, colors. 950G all the way. And I'm comparing it versus the last two TVs I've had, by the way. We're talking LGC9 versus the 950G. And I'm telling you about the 75-inch rather more than the 65-inch, because in my opinion, the 75-inch is a little bit better because of the X-wide angle, and it seems to be just a little more blacker because of the bigger screen, and it has more local dimming zones. But definitely right here, LED. Definitely brighten up one more time for you. Take the Outlander off there. And then I'll play this actually a little bit so you can see,
I should go.
with your own eyes, the spectacular highlights of the LED versus the OLED. Now, OLED does this outstanding as well, like I said about the gravity for the LED, but just LED has the edge in brighter scenes. You know why? Because it's about twice as bright and almost twice as bright. Well, is it? Let me think here. Yeah, the real scene brightness I think is twice as bright as the OLED. So don't have to worry about pulling back the curtains on this. You could watch this in a bright room, no problem. So that would be the plus of an LED 950G versus the LGC9. Now, remember, I love both of these TVs equally.
Setting up.
Scenes like this right here. If you're watching in an all dark room and you have pitch black room, OLED. If you have a medium lit room, meaning no curtains drawn back, the curtains are closed, and it's kind of medium lit, definitely LED. So there you have two different things going on here. The reason I'm picking it medium room for LED is it just seems to look better to me when the room is not completely dark. And with the OLED, dark room performance. That's why I'm actually going to be looking at getting a 55-inch for my bedroom of an OLED, because the room is dark. And of course, this is a 75-inch, which would make it impossible to get as far as pricing for me. And I'm not going to pay that much. I did that one time in my life, and that was the worst feeling of all, spending over $5,000 for a TV. So this would be a draw on this scene, depending on your liking. Spectacular highlights in a dark scene. Guess what? I'm saying LED. The reason is I just love the spectacular highlights because of the extra brightness you get of the TV set on an LED than I do an OLED. So even though it's dark sometimes, doesn't always mean it's going to be better in the OLED, because sometimes there's like mid-dark levels, and those mid-dark levels, sometimes the OLED will crush it just a little bit more than you like, and you have to turn it up a little bit, but then you sacrifice a little bit more of a washed out picture. Those of you that have OLEDs know what I'm talking about. So this scene right here, spectacular highlights, LED. This scene right here is a darker scene, and naturally I'm going to say it's going to go to OLED. It's going to go to the C9 because of the scene being so dark. It just captures better on the OLED because of the dark, you know, almost pitch black scene. It's not, the camera's overblowing this right now as you guys see it, but as I'm seeing it in front of me, I could tell I'd like the C9 better on this particular scene that I had, just for the simple fact of how dark the scene is. So once again, dark room, OLED for me. Brighter room or mid-bright room to bright room, the 950 G75. Now this right here, they give you bright and dark scenes on this particular cut. It's a full screen picture, and I have this actually on my C9 video, and you really can't go by that. Like I said, camera plays effect for what you guys are looking at badly here, but I like this actually better on the LED sitting in front of me, because it's mid-bright, it's subdued, it's like a cloudy day, and to me it looks better on LED than I have on my OLED. The OLED kind of crushes the water a little bit over there to your right, a little too dark, and just the overall picture. And of course this is 75 inches. Now look, I even handle the blacks on the 950 as well, really well. And it's just the overall picture. If you look at this scene on the C9 I have as well, it looks so damn close it's not even funny. But it just seems like the LED holds a little bit more of the mid-level black than the OLED. Now I'm not saying one is better than the other. Like I said, it's going to basically cater on what you want for yourself and what environment you're sitting in. So, and anybody tells you any different, they're not telling you the truth, or they haven't tested them out side by side in the same room where I have. Like I said, this is the 950G and it holds the black levels perfectly fine. It's the 75 inch with the XY viewing angle. So I just wanted to make this video for you guys. I hope it clears up just a little bit of the, you know, LED and the OLED, because a lot of you guys are saying, oh, I get the C9, but you know, I like some things about the LED too, and so on and so forth. One negative thing I'm gonna have to disclose that I think is overblown is the burn-in image thing with the OLED. You do have to worry about that a little bit. I have a friend of mine just got the Q90R. He has the A9G as well, and he tells me it is such a relief for him not to worry about the burn-ins. Like if he presses pause, his wife always presses pause, right? So when she presses pause, of course he's going to worry a little bit on how long the pause is. Those little bitty things you don't have to worry about with LED. So that's another reason why I kind of switched over. The main reason, of course, is the size. The size of the TV is bigger, and I didn't make any sacrifices in picture quality in my eyes versus the LED versus the OLED because of my room size. I have a couch on the side. I get the wide viewing angle still. I get the bigger TV. If I need to open up the curtains, I can. I don't have to worry about sacrificing any color or detail of the screen being washed out because of the windows being open. You may see differently. OLED may be better for you. You're sitting in a dark room, you're watching your movies, you play your games in the dark, which I don't even recommend. That's not good for your eyes, but to each his own. And I hope I cleared up things for you guys. Extra long video, but this is for the Christmas shoppers out there, and I hope it made it a lot more easier for you to buy a TV. You guys have a good one.